Yeah. I don't know if we ever decided on having some sort of like different song for the bonus episodes, but we don't. This is MOTORAMATHON, the internet's first and #1 podcast dedicated to breaking down the movie Motorama 1 minute at a time. And this week, we're back with another bonus episode, so we will not be covering a minute of Motorama, but we've got some good shit in store for y'all. I am Frankie Campisano, your host and friend, and joining me as always is my friend and co-host and your friend and your co-host, Dr. Steve Autore. What's up, Doc?
Gotta say, this might be the first episode that I'm not wearing a hat.
No hat. I wasn't sure. You know, we had a little chat pre-show, and I didn't even know how I was going to articulate it. But I was like, "Hair looks good, Steve." So that's what it is. I don't normally see the hair on the show.
Hair shouldn't do hat.
Yeah, dude, fuck the hat. You look good. Your hair is looking good. You got a collared shirt. Like, you seem like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like a schlub on the show this week. I'm like, damn, let me, you know what? Let me button this top button.
Yeah, I was out on the town tonight. So
all right, how's this the top button? You know, I started doing the top button. Sometimes it's because growing up as a kid, people are like, don't do the top button. I do it sometimes for a very specific, like, it's a nerd look. It's like a square does this, you know? That's what I'm going for anytime I do it.
I only do it if I had a tie.
That's totally different. But the top button with nothing else is a look that I'd never seen anyone pull off until Wilfred. Elijah Wood pulls it off on Wilfred.
Okay.
Just realized that my driver's license has been in my front pocket.
No, I think I think the top button is a look. It's not my look.
No. It's a choice, you know, like it's not my everyday
like
look.
Hat. Just like hat versus no hat. Like
no hat, no background. No fun background for this bonus episode.
We're just bonusing. Yeah.
Wow. See, I don't like to raw dog my background. I like to do the Nice Hog background. You know, you don't need to see my apartment.
It's okay. You're only seeing like 2 weird closets.
Yours is like plain neutral background. I've thought for a long time I could flip my desk around, flip the world as it were, and then have a cool background like a wall. I could get a nice little neon Nice Hog sign. Hell, I could get a fucking MOTORAMATHON logo, put that up there. But I haven't, and I might not.
I don't think you should.
No, you think I shouldn't? You're against it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're up against your spouse who is also a co-apartment person. So sure, I feel like you're gonna go, hey, I'm gonna put up a fucking Motorama thing in the background. Like, that's so good.
Twofold, Steve. It's my office area, so I can decorate my office area however I please. And then the other part of it is it wouldn't necessarily be a physical permanent installation. You know, it might only be up on the wall when I'm doing the show. You know, it could be a little thing that goes up and then it comes down.
Well, so then I guess my question would be just do what I do and do the thumbnail. You know what I mean? But maybe not.
No. This would be like there would be no blur, no virtual background behind me. There would be wall. Wall would have stand-in physical art. You know, pretend this iPad is the logo for the show. So the logo for the show would be in my frame.
Yeah.
So that could be done.
Yeah.
I won't do it. I'm
probably here's the thing. Here I might change up my whole look, man, because I was like, shit. Now I don't have a hat. I got on the thumbnail. I have a hat.
Oh, for the first. Oh, I see. We both have hats, I think, in the thumbnail, don't we?
Well, what if I shave? Then shit.
You know, I've thought about that. I thought about if I cut my hair, shave my beard, I have to ask Evan for a new cartoon headshot, and that feels like an imposition.
I mean,
we were both rocking hats in the art.
It could happen. I'm just saying, it could happen. You know what I mean?
This is true. I'm going to go ahead and bring this art on screen. This is our amazing new art from Evan Burdett. Thank you, Evan, for the amazing.
I would put
original
that
art.
up on my wall. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I put this up on my wall for sure.
Boom. Here it is. There's the art. It looks sick. I went to our own Instagram to find it. Follow us at Nice Hogstagram.
You're wearing the secret menu hat.
I'm wearing the secret menu hat, which is great
obvious
brand synergy.
Yeah.
Great brand synergy.
Yeah, that's good.
I really like that new art. And look, it's going to eventually be up for every single episode, past, present, future. And it's going to, the first one that's going to hit your feed with the new art is going to be this one. So if you're watching bonus episode 4 on YouTube and you're listening to bonus episode 4 at the same time as you watch it like a maniac, and you've seen the new art. You're like, damn, that's good new art. Great work, Evan. Follow Evan at Evan_Burdett on Instagram. He's at Comical Ensemble on YouTube. Editor, animator extraordinaire, past and future guest of this show, and an amazing Nice Hog collaborator for many years.
The homie.
I'm gonna get that art up. I have to personally go put it out there.
A homie, but also
he's a ride or die homie. He's the homie, but he's also he's also a homie.
Right.
Do you like Wayne's World?
Sure.
I was anytime I do
why not?
Is because of the gun rack joke, which is still probably one of.
Okay.
I don't even have gun. It's probably still one of my favorite jokes of all time.
Wayne's World. Yeah, I love it.
Excellent movie, underrated movie.
Good. It's like classic SNL characters. I feel like
It's arguably one of the best SNL movies because I feel like the movies absolutely, unquestionably have outlasted like the legacy of the sketches, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Not every SNL movie did that. Like Night at the Roxbury, I'd say is pretty much a push. Because the main thing everyone knows from the movie is in the sketch anyway.
I feel that.
So it's not really expanding the world. It doesn't.
Wayne's World expanded it. It goes,
Wayne's
hey,
World became a franchise.
We really are doing something fun.
Okay, wait, let me pitch you something. Weekend at Bernie's at the Roxbury. Those guys accidentally kill Bernie.
That'd be a fun movie.
There we go. Relaunch 2 franchises in one.
Right.
I'm unbuttoning the collar.
And they're doing the thing.
Getting a little looser now.
They're doing the fucking dance.
They're doing the thing, and they're getting him to.
And they're trying to get Bernie to do the dance.
Yeah,
You're right.
he's
Exactly right. He's dead, and yeah. No, I get it. It was good.
Yeah, I think there's a whole movie right there. If nothing else, there's a decent SNL sketch.
It's a sketch. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a whole movie, but maybe it's at least a sketch.
Well, you know, they just did like the whole anniversary thing. No one pitched that?
The 50th. Well, it would be an outside of left field kind of pitch because Weekend at Bernie's is not an SNL thing. I'm just co-opting. It's not even, they're not even thinking that's a toy in the toy box. And I'm going, here it is.
Yeah.
It's Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm just disappointed that no one pitched it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever order? I forget which one of the pizza chains used to do this, but there was a pizza chain. It might have been Papa John's that used to deliver like fucking DVDs with the pizzas sometimes. Yes, Papa John's Pizza and Entertainment DVD series. Thank you, Letterboxd user Travis McLean, for making a list. And holy shit, wouldn't you know it? Not only is Weekend at Bernie's one of these movies, which is why I got on this tangent, why I remembered it. It's the first one they ever did. The first one on May 3rd, 2004. It was Weekend at Bernie's, Don Juan DeMarco, and Trial and Error. They offered free DVD with purchase of any large pizza. And so we did it all the time. Like growing up, Friday night was pizza night, and we would order a pizza. And between 2004 and early 2005, that meant if we were getting a Papa John's pie, it was coming with a movie.
Only get one of those 3 movies?
I don't know if you got one of the 3 or if you got a disc that had all 3. I have a hard time remembering. In my mind, maybe it was. They're all.
I mean, no. I mean, I feel like there was an era
or maybe
where
there was a
like,
rotation.
here's the collection version.
Yes, it was like they were like bundled movies. Okay. Seems like they were not bundled, at least by the very end they were not. And so, but here's the run-ups. May 2004, they were rocking Weekend at Bernie's, Don Juan DeMarco, and Trial and Error. Don Juan DeMarco, a movie
None
only
of those
know.
movies are good. Yeah, I feel like
I only know Don Juan DeMarco from this promo. I couldn't tell you anything else about it. I'm learning right now the plot. The story of the man who thought he was the greatest lover in the world and the people who tried to cure him of it. Oh, so this dude sucks. He can't fuck. John Arnold DeMarco is in. So the title also is sarcastic. That's why they're calling John Arnold DeMarco is a man who believes he is Don Juan, the greatest lover in the world. Clad in a cape and mask, DeMarco undergoes psychiatric treatment with Dr. Jack Mickler to cure him of his apparent delusion. But the psychiatric sessions have an unexpected effort on the psychiatric staff, and most profoundly, Dr. Mickler, who rekindles the romance in his own complacent marriage. Fucking Johnny Depp and Marlon Brando are in this movie. This is a stacked cast.
Oh, that's crazy. But it reminds me of literally Don Juan.
Hey, Dunaway.
Is it not? This is not Don Juan.
This is a parody of Don Juan. He thinks he's Don Juan, and he's just some schmuck.
But I'm saying the Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie, the one
you're thinking of like, Don John. That's Don
John. Okay.
Don John is also parodying Don Juan with its title.
Oh, well, you understand why I got confused.
Yes, of course, yes. Don Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Don, right. Don Scarlett Johansson.
Who could forget Don Cuckoos? I can't believe there's not a Don Cuckoos movie. I better check Letterboxd for that. No. But maybe we can make the first one. We could call the movie Don Cuckoos, and people will go, I know that. LA, Hollywood people go, I know that. I know what that is. It's in the movies. It's in the movies now. Don Cuckoos is in the movies.
Maybe
that's the episode title.
It's just about being able to take margaritas out of the store.
Also in serving minors alcohol. Allegedly. They also had Trial and Error, a film that I know of but never saw. And then in June 2004, they came out with Seen It Junior, quote, appetizer version DVD game. Never had that one. The Best of Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. Did have that one. Durango Kids, who are kids on like four-wheelers. Did not have that one, though. I'm interested. 4 Kids. Holy shit. Durango Kids. The plot, it doesn't have enough views to even have a rating on Letterboxd.
Excuse me.
Only one person has this in their top 4. Adventure has a new posse is the tagline. 4 kids slip through a hole in time when they discover a hidden mine shaft that transports them to the old Wild West. Oh, good thing it's not the new Wild West. Their magical journey takes them to a place where they encounter thieving bandits, Their magical journey takes them to a place where they encounter thieving bandits, pandemonium, and adventure in their pursuit of lost treasure. The gang has to stick together to find the hidden gold before their evil school principal locates the loot for himself. What the fuck? Now, again, the poster is there on four-wheelers, but now when I zoom in, I can see that behind them, they're exploding onto what is invariably the universal backlot Wild West set.
And four-wheelers means like ATVs?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Kid-size ATVs. Christina Million's in this movie.
That's cool.
They must drive through the hole in time on the four-wheelers. Otherwise, I can't imagine that the four-wheelers are going to interact with the Old West. The old Wild West.
It feels like it's like playing with like the Cowboys versus Aliens. Yeah, like that kind of universe, whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
why are we doing the cowboy thing?
It's the only thing the writer director ever
You know what
wanted.
I mean? Like it just feels. I mean, I don't know. It feels like
Yeah.
inserting Western into something that doesn't need to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It almost feels like they. Yeah, what the fuck is this movie? Here's a top review on Letterboxd from Letterboxd user Chase Bridges, who gives it 5 stars and he hearts it. This movie is magical. Not many people have seen it. In fact, I would argue that no one has seen it. But the few of us who bought this DVD at a local flea market at the young age of 10 and watched it religiously will tell you how wonderful it is. I recently watched it again for the first time since I was like 11. It still holds up. This movie is a lot like Narnia, not plot-wise, but in the way that stumbling upon it as a child is the only way to see it. You cannot go and find this movie. This movie finds you, which is even what has happened here in this conversation, because we've spent more time talking about Durango kids than I ever thought possible. Also, the I in kids is an upside down exclamation point.
It's true, and I think it has.
Or I guess right side up.
Well, even with us talking about Motorama, I mean,
Kids on a vehicle.
it found up. Well, it also found us. I feel like.
Yes, I agree. Motorama is a movie that finds you.
Yeah.
Back to the list of Papa John's Pizza and Entertainment DVD series. Weekend at Bernie's 2, which I definitely had, and when I realized it didn't have the same guys from Weekend at Bernie's 1, I didn't give a fuck. Because it doesn't, right? It's like new guys.
No. Is it?
They're like recast, I think. Maybe they're
That's so stupid, though.
Let me double check.
There's different guys that think he's dead.
No. Hold on. Maybe not. No, they both come back. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I mean, that's crazy. If there were two different guys that go, hey.
Oh, it's a different director. Did I possibly give a shit about that as a kid? Is Weekend at Bernie's 2 good?
And it's the same guy?
It's Bernie again. He's like brought back by, I think, questionable, what the movie refers to as voodoo magic. Brings him back.
Got it.
Maybe we should do.
Yeah, that is a little fucked up. Yeah, that is a little fucked up, right? It's like
it's a little like
you can only keep him for so long, right?
And poor Bernie didn't fucking do anything to deserve this shit. He just dies.
Right. He's dead.
And then they fucking traipse his corpse around and make him do Night at the Roxbury. The disrespect. August 2004, they do A Kid in Aladdin's Place, a movie I've never heard of, but you can imagine exactly what it is based on it's a kid in King Arthur's court, but it's also Aladdin, I guess. Karina, which I never heard of. Look, Whoopi Goldberg and Ray Liotta, so maybe it's good. Joan Cusack's in it too. Can you really blame us for not knowing movies that came out, in your case, Steve, the year after you were born, or in my case, the year I was born? I was not up on the movies at the time beyond what I was being shown as an infant. So, yeah, Karina kind of missed my radar.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a Whoopi Goldberg Ray Liotta vehicle. But then here's the shocking one. Drop Dead Fred. Drop Dead Fred is one that I actually do think I had. Yes, I am like now recovering a lost memory of, we definitely did have the Papa John's DVD of Drop Dead Fred, and I never watched it because I didn't know anything about it, and I thought the poster was off-putting. And then later, I rediscovered the movie through How Did This Get Made? And then even further later, I bought it and watched it for myself, and I decidedly anti-Fred.
I mean, I would say my real thing is like I don't know how many movies I was discovering through a pizza delivery service and more like just the browsing of Blockbuster. You know,
both of these were happening. Don't worry. Both of these were happening for me. Then October 2004, they had Casper and Friends. They had Abbott and Costello Meets the Mummy and the Munsters Monster Masquerade. I didn't have that one. November 2004, they do Jackie Chan's First Strike. Absolutely fucking had that one. Then they did Frosty Returns. I think we had that one, and we did not.
I specifically remember seeing, like, I don't know if you had the same experience, but I had Jack Frost. So there's Jack Frost, which is like a kid's movie.
Sure.
And there's like Jack Frost is evil. Fuck you. It's like a horror
bad Jack Frost movie.
But I think it's just called Jack Frost 2. And then you're like, what? Like, it's like such a different movie. You're like, what the fuck is this? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Well, there's Jack Frost 1998, the Troy Miller one with Michael Keaton, which I actually always found upsetting.
Movie. Yeah.
Paul F. Tompkins is in that, by the way. I do find it like it's in that weird uncanny valley of Christmas, just like Polar Express. Keep those movies away from me.
But it was the type of thing where I saw it that it was Jack Frost, and then whatever this other movie was.
So there's another movie called Jack Frost.
Right next to it. Yeah, right.
Yes, there's another movie called Jack Frost that came out 1 year prior that is a horror movie. And it's like a giant.
I didn't like that they were placed like literally next to each other at the Blockbuster.
The two Jack Frosts. Yeah,
this is fucked up. Like you could psych me out.
Jack Frost. I hardly know Frost. Do you think there's a Jack Frost? There is also Jack Frost 2, but that's a sequel to the horror movie.
Then I guess I don't know.
There's a lot of scary Jack Frost. Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. He's icing and slicing.
I just don't like that it was so close. Because Blockbuster would do it by like alphabetical order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were like,
so it could have been.
Is this related? Is it not related? What are we doing here?
It could have been Jack Frost horror movie because it came out in 97. Jack Frost Michael Keaton holiday movie because it came out in 98. Jack Frost 2 sequel to the horror movie. You know, that could have just been like boom, boom, boom. They're setting you up to think it's a sequel even. Here's the plot of Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Mutant Killer Snowman. That doesn't work. The sheriff and his deputies from the first movie decide to take a vacation in the Caribbean. Their holiday will be short-lived, however, as the thawed murderer gets inadvertently refrozen and brought back to life. As if that weren't bad enough, he now has the ability to remain frozen, even in tropical temperatures, and he's headed south to settle some old scores.
Yeah. Bad plot.
Pain, half star is the top review. 1 star. Every so often, Pain was by Elvis the Alien. Letterboxd user Josh Lewis gives us, every so often you encounter a movie that makes you question the decisions you made in your life that brought you to it. 226 likes on that one.
It's good. It's a good review. Bad plot.
Yeah.
Good review.
Can I make an abrupt segue before we return to that Papa John's list? Actually, let me finish the Papa John's list before I introduce some new material. December 2004, they do a limited edition Lemony Snicket CD-ROM, which I maybe had or maybe wanted. Then in January 2005, they did The Bachelor and Jackie Chan's Mr. Nice Guy, which we also had. And I didn't watch these. You know, a lot of these, Weekend at Bernie's is the only one that I had that I was watching. We might have even had Don Juan DeMarco, but because the cover just makes it seem like a romance movie, and I, believe it or not, did not have a frame of reference for Don Juan, it just looked like a bad movie.
So sad because I feel like some of those Jackie Chan movies are so good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if these were the best ones.
Mr. Nice Guy is a good movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
How nice is he?
I don't know. He fights a lot of people.
I feel like this is partially informed his characterization in the animated one, right? Where he's always saying like, he'll steal a bike and go, I'm sorry, I'll bring it back. Thank you. And then he bikes away.
I don't know. I feel like Jackie Chan almost plays himself in every movie. It's just like, what's the movie? You know what I mean?
Here's a review.
But I don't think he's playing a different guy that much. I mean,
no, but I'm saying there's a persona of Jackie Chan in the animated show, Jackie Chan Adventures, that is not based on the real Jackie Chan because one, he's played by a different voice actor. 2, he's not an archaeologist. They kind of turn him into Indiana Jones for the show.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's doing that kind of stuff.
yeah. The show is a whole other story, but I
So
feel
I'm
like
thinking-
every
I feel like
movie that he's in is
Mr.
like,
Nice Guy, I think, is solidifying that is his persona. He's Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Nice Chan.
yeah.
Here's a review from Nate the Film Nerd, who gives the movie 3.5 stars. Both the writing and acting, especially by the Australian actors, is at times genuinely atrocious. And the movie also loses points for not having a proper one-on-one fight between Jackie and Richard Norton. But outside of those shortcomings, Mr. Nice Guy still stands as being one of Jackie's most consistent action films that delivers practically nonstop action. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say, did I not realize that said Richard Norton and not Richard Nixon until I was reading the name Richard Norton? Yes. My brain absolutely thought somehow this was going to involve Richard Nixon in the plot. But of course they wouldn't fight.
I think my favorite Jackie Chan has to be Police Story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so good. Like
I saw
that, and then Rush Hour obviously has like a soft spot in my heart, but that's because I like comedy. But
Rush Hour doesn't work for me, to be honest. It doesn't hold up.
yeah, I mean, it's like super pretty, it's pretty on the nose when it comes to like, I'm black, you're Asian, like that kind of thing. But
I saw The Tuxedo in theaters. Did you ever see The Tuxedo?
that's the one with
Jackie Chan, Jennifer Love
Hart.
Hewitt.
No.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, that's right.
Cabby turned
I have
chauffeur.
seen it. I know it's not one of my go-tos.
Cabby turned chauffeur Jimmy Tong learns there's really only one rule when you work for Playboy millionaire Clark Devlin: never touch Devlin's prized tuxedo. But when Devlin is temporarily put out of commission in an explosive accident, Jimmy puts on the tux and soon discovers that this extraordinary suit may be more black belt than black tie, paired with a partner as inexperienced as
he becomes a karate master because he wears a tuxedo.
Yes, Jimmy becomes an unwitting secret agent. The suit is what makes him a badass.
But before he's bad, he can't do it.
Here's a great top review by
I mean, that's what loses me. Is
Branson,
like
we love
we all know that Jackie Chan can do it. You know what I mean?
But in this movie, he can't. He's just a driver. So the top review of this movie is from Branson Reese, creator of Swan Boy. Branson, we love you. We'd love to have you on the show. Come talk about some fucking crazy Motorama shit with us. The Branson Reese seal of approval is not something I take lightly. I know how many of my small-minded bovine followers live and die by my recommendations. This is why Lucio Fulci's Enigma is enjoying a mass resurgence in popularity among Gen Z, and why the original negatives for 1939's Old Glory were found and destroyed by a misguided group of vigilantes, who I disavow even though I understand and even sympathize with their goals. It is with this in mind that I regretfully deny Kevin Donovan's 2002 directorial debut, The Tuxedo, the Branson Reese seal of approval. It's a shame because the premise is undeniably sound. A freaky tuxedo is making Jackie Chan do insane stuff. Love Branson.
But I feel like it's like
it doesn't surprise me that the tuxedo does not get his seal of approval.
Does that like can that movie be written for anybody, or is it like, oh, we made this for Jackie Chan?
I feel like it is a Jackie Chan vehicle, and it's just how can we do a different style? Well, what if he's not in control of being a badass?
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, we put fucking Tom Cruise in the tuxedo. No. It's just like, we need Jackie Chan.
Now I'll say this: Branson's top movie on Letterboxd, a little movie called Hell's a Poppin', that, if you recall, was recommended to us on this very show. Hell's a Poppin'. About comedians trying to turn their play into a movie, and they break the fourth wall, and it's kind of like a precursor to The Producers. Now, I bought this musical on DVD, and I will be watching it because it was recommended to us on this very show, so I will watch it. Hell's a Poppin's going to happen. Steve,
what
I got some. What year? 1941. It's shockingly old, but it holds up. Average score on Letterboxd 4.0.
No.
Runtime a meager 84 minutes.
Yeah. they that's that sweet spot in like cinema history where I feel like that was the sweet spot. 84 minutes, 90 minutes, something like that. Then you get into like the epics and stuff like that. But I really like that time in history. Like All About Eve, those kind of movies are really tight. As opposed to like a Lawrence of Arabia, where you're like, oh fuck, this is 4 hours long. I don't know.
I like Lawrence of Arabia.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's good. It's a good movie. I'm just saying it's different than saying,
it's a different investment.
84 minutes. Yeah.
Right. I will absolutely take a chance on an 84-minute movie sooner than I will watch a 3-hour movie that I know and love.
Sure.
Straight up.
Of course.
Straight up. So Hell's a Poppin' will happen. But I want to well, before we get in, I have a bunch of stuff to talk about in this special bonus episode of MOTORAMATHON. But I want to just circle back on, we talked about not even our friend, but someone we're aware of, Tony the Greaser, and his hog-related troubles. Tony the Greaser's leaning into the hog part of his brand and possibly going to be dropping hog merch. So Tony the Greaser, we want you to collaborate with Nice Hog. We're trying.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So what's the update?
Just he's hit the stage now where for a while he was just denying any sort of
winking at himself. I think
he's starting to. Yes. Now he's starting to do jokes about like people. He did a post that was him like posing, doing his greaser thing, and he's like, people call you a lot of names when you're a greaser, and the names that he was saying he was getting called were stuff like square and loser and hog hider. So he's like doing just enough to kind of play with it, and then again he's teasing hog merch.
Yeah, hog and personally, I have no I don't personally want to see his hog. I'm just saying,
brave of you to say so.
I'm just saying, lean into it. Do it.
He is leaning into it. That's the update.
But I don't want to see it.
Look, I think there's a way to make it part of his brand, but that's the whole game. Is if he does the coveted hog reveal, then there's no more fun in games, and it becomes, why did you do that, man? Unless he goes all the way and starts making money off that hog, and maybe he can.
If that's your brand,
it seems like it's becoming his brand. Is the update?
I think you do a slower release.
Catch and release. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and listen to past episodes of MOTORAMATHON. What are you even doing listening to bonus episode number 4 without hearing the preceding episodes? But also our buddy, who again, not our buddy, we don't even fucking know this guy. He's an influencer. Tony the Greaser was holding down the fort in the online greaser community as an influencer, trying to hawk some merch. And then internet tough guys started tapping on the glass and asking Tony for a hog reveal. And so now he's made that part of his brand. Of course, we are Nice Hog.
He's doing like shower shit. Like he was asking for it.
He started that after. He posted. Okay. It started because on the otherwise dead greaser subreddit, he posted the picture in the jacket that was too tight. And everyone started roasting him. And then it became, we want a hog reveal, which I guess is better than people just saying, because if they were just like, hey, Tony, how's that tight jacket treating you? He'll just get a fucking bigger jacket.
Yeah. Okay.
Hog reveal is not a thing that he can really give them. So it's a thing that they can endlessly antagonize him over.
Does he ever talk about hogs before that?
No, I don't think he ever did. I think they brought it in, and what it is people making fun of the greaser slang, and so then hog feels like it's part of that world already in the motorcycle sense. So then it becomes very easy to it's a short walk for a long hog to the dick jokes.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So that's the Tony the Greaser.
I mean, that's literally. Yeah, that's Same.
Shout out to Tony.
Took me a while to get onto the hog type of innuendo.
Yeah, Steve infamously did not understand the pun of Nice Hog until he was in a job interview and someone asked him about the dick joke.
When I said what?
Okay, here's a really good one. Wait, okay, let me go back. So here's what we're gonna do now. The back half of this episode, I've got some that was r/weird, that was r/strange. I've got some good ones.
Okay.
Here it is. Oh wait, no, we did talk about that one. Oh, this one's strange.
Oh man, I might watch a Shaggy Chan movie tonight. You just maybe made me do it.
So this is a post from our paranormal. That's what the second half of this bonus episode is gonna be. I've got a bunch of these, and we're gonna fucking rip through them. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get strange. It's gonna get paranormal up in here.
Okay.
This is a post called "Someone is Missing from My Life." Hear me out.
Someone's missing from my life.
I know this sounds crazy, but I can feel there is someone missing from my life. I have distinct memories of family events, and I'll be talking about it, and then go to say something about someone, and completely just blank. The person I was about to be talking about is suddenly gone from my mind. I try to ask my family, who did that again? And they look at me like I'm crazy. There are childhood photos of me that look like a multi-person photo, but it's only me in half a photo. And the other half, it's just blank space. Especially the one with the snake. I know there was another person holding the other half of that snake. Sometimes I'll turn like I'm going to say something, then I completely forget who I was meaning to talk to. Next thing I know, I'm looking at an empty space, and a few minutes have passed. I remember someone. I remember that we had a close bond. But anytime I try to think of them, my mind goes blank, and my head starts to hurt. But I remember, and I just want to know where they went. Is this a glitch in the Matrix? Some being?
My initial question would
Discuss.
Well, I just don't understand. Well, my concern, Dr. Steve Autore here. My concern is fucking. It's over like multiple instances. Like it's not like this one time that I saw an alien, or you know what I mean. Like it's like over the course of like bringing it up to their family, and they just keeps kind of going. That's my major concern, I would say. Is that it's ongoing. This is not like an instance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think this person is doing very well based on this post. I'm sending you the photos now, which I'm not going to put on the show to not dox this person. We really look, we don't say who the posters are in this segment. We don't show their content really. So these are the two photos where the OP believes there's someone who should be there. And I don't really think that that's...
Oh my God, I feel like these are weird photos.
They're weird photos that are weird not because of the faces being blacked out, or they're weird, but it does not to me feel like someone was in these photos that has been deleted from the universe.
The weirdest thing is these two kids, the fake snake. Is that a fake snake?
No, that's a real. I think that's a real snake. I know that. And what cracks me out is she says, I know there was someone holding the other end of that snake. She's not even fucking holding the snake in the picture. She's standing next to her brother, I assume, who's holding the snake.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, weird. Definitely.
Someone says, everybody likes these interesting and weird what ifs, but it's important to know where to draw the line between fun and where mental health issues may come into play. OP, I'm not talking to you specifically, but the rest of us who could unknowingly or rather without bad intentions reinforce or supplement an issue that someone's going through that's not paranormal. So with that being said, I'd advise you maybe try and talk to your doctor about these feelings you've had and maybe ask their opinion. It's always more likely to be a mental health thing in regards to these things. And that's a good disclaimer for all of us. You know?
Yeah. I wouldn't seek out mental health concerns on Reddit. That's my PSA.
No, I agree with that, but I also think it's wise for the r/paranormal community to consider that sometimes things are not paranormal. Sometimes people are posting in distress.
And guess what? If a Reddit person is telling you that,
you might be in distress.
Right.
You might be a Redditor.
Yeah, you might be a Redditor.
Now here's OP's reply to that post. And I must also acknowledge that OP is a top 1% poster in the paranormal community. Make of that what you will. Well, I definitely agree that in most situations, people online can push a mental health issue further than it is. And I truly appreciate your concern. However, I've already been to a psychologist and they declared me mentally sound other than a touch of depression. They couldn't explain this feeling and pretty much told me to come back if it starts affecting my daily life. OP does not reply to any other comments as far as I can tell. Oh, wait. I do want to clarify that I'm not stating that someone is in fact missing from these photos, just that I personally remember someone there and now there isn't. My brain knows someone was there and now there isn't. So when I posted it, I was wondering if maybe someone else would be able to see it or feel what I'm talking about. Maybe it could have been an imaginary friend.
That feels okay. Like I'll agree to that. Like fine.
Person says it's hard.
Especially if it was from a childhood. It's not like the mother posting their kids.
It's really hard to explain. I don't even see them. And as far as I can remember, I've never seen them. I just know they were there. It's like turning to talk to someone who's passed away and not realizing that they're not there until you've already turned. And then you feel sad because you know they were there before.
No. Yeah, no. Bad.
And then everyone's saying it's crazy that the baby is holding a snake and holding it wrong. And
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, that you wouldn't hold a snake that way unless you were putting it's risky because the snake could bite you if you hold it that way. Holding the snake from the middle is like how a snake goes. Whoosh, whoosh. That's the sound a snake makes. Also,
well, that's why I said it. But is it a fake snake?
No, it seems real. Person says my whole family is super experienced with snakes as well, both living and dead. So that's another factor that makes it weird for me. Now, it took me a second to realize that she meant the dead members of the family are also experienced with snakes, not that they're all experienced with dead snakes. Someone says the person likely died, but instead of continuing on in the reality where they died, you're in the reality where they were never born. Or at least that's the reality you're aware of right now. Spooky stuff. Someone says OP found some poorly framed photos from a disposable camera, which is what I think is happening here. OP brings up that they have 2 uvulas and a double row of teeth that they got removed.
What?
People are just asking weird stuff. So, okay, that was someone is missing from my life. Here is... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. True scary story, parentheses, I need help. Also posted to our paranormal. Well, I hope someone have explanation or had similar experience to my story. Actually, I saw them gins or ghosts, or I don't know what the hell they were. It was 3 a.m., heavy rains, cold winter night. Suddenly, I woke up hearing knocks in the wall coming from the bathroom. I was in my bed and tried to see the cause of the sound, and suddenly the light of the bathroom started flickering for a minute, then switched on by itself. Then I saw it. Couldn't believe my eyes. I felt my body heavy, and I couldn't breathe. I saw a figure coming out of the bathroom. It looked like a woman wearing a white long robe. Her hair was tall, black, covering her face and chest. She was floating while she moved. Period. That's one sentence. She came out of the bathroom and went to my mother's bedroom. My mother always closed the door when she sleeps, but I could hear this entity opening the door slowly. Then she came in the room and closes the door. I heard the same knocks in the wall. My mother, having sleep terror, starts screaming while she's asleep. That's second sentence. Suddenly, everything stops. No more weird sounds. I waits in my bed until the morning. Then I went to my mother and asked her if she's okay. She replied, "Everything is good, like nothing happened." I didn't tell her what happened. Please, if anyone explained what the fuck did I saw? And then someone posts like
I like
this,
the literal reading of it is really. I like it.
Thank you. I'm not clicking this link to the ghost image. Someone says, you should talk to your mom or anyone you can trust. OP says, yes, like the Ring movie, but long sleeves. Can't see arms. I'm not clicking that. My mother went through a lot of spiritual things. My father told me that she is seeing things normal people can't see, but she always keeps quiet and never talk about it. I'm 100% sure that what I saw is real. I didn't slept for 3 nights after what I saw. It was real.
It's not scary like in a ghost way. It's scary in like a mental way. Scary.
I believe that one is a ghost for sure. That does seem like a person.
Oh, you feel like this one's ghost.
That one feels real. That one feels 100% legit to me. I'm not even going to click on the image. Someone went, oh, it sounds like this, and posted an image. I'm not clicking on that image. I don't want to see it. I personally was very deeply afraid of the Ring as a kid, so this just sounds real and fucked up.
Well, no. So was I. I mean, yeah.
Here's one that's very different than that one.
But yeah. I mean, I like the Ring because of the especially at that time in my life. We're talking about Blockbuster and all the kind of shit. Like that was a time where I was like, "Oh, this is the tape." I rented. I literally rented the tape. That's gonna kill me. Fuck.
Yes. Yep. You're gonna get the phone call.
But now, I mean, I'm sure it's not as scary when it's like, if it was like, we're streaming this. Or whatever.
Does she say? Let me ask you this. I don't think she says you're gonna die in 7 days. I think she just says 7 days, right? And then you die in 7 days.
Well,
because one of them is probably Scary Movie 3.
Well, yeah, I don't know if
I think Scary Movie 3 says you're gonna die in 7 days, and then they get riffing 7 business days, or all that. I like Scary Movie 3 a lot.
It's a good question.
Here's a different post. That one was true scary story. I need help. This one is found out. This is from r/weird. So we're moving away from the paranormal and towards the weird. And you may ask, Frankie, like, what the fuck's the difference? This is about to show you the difference because this is not paranormal, but this is weird. Found out old neighbor was first woman on FBI's most wanted. You're gonna Google it. Her name is Ruth Eisman Shire. In 1968, her and her man at the time kidnapped and put some poor girl in a box for 80-something hours. Whoa. She lived as my neighbor for a while growing up. We met a few times, and she even watched our dog while we were back in the States for a while. This was in Honduras. Anyways, apparently not many people know what happened to her after the famous kidnapping, and she lives a quiet life. I'll even put a recent photo since you can't find any. Anyways, isn't it that crazy? I live next to one of the most famous female criminals and had not a single fucking clue.
I have.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not cool, but it's fucked up.
Well, This person goes, I just finished reading a book written by the victim of this case. It's crazy that you knew her. So wild. I'm wondering if Ruth was as manipulated as she claimed she was.
Well, I am a fan of Tom Segura and Your Mom's House, and they definitely had a little bit of a segment or showed a video where it's like a kink for some people to like hold people hostage. It's fucked up. It's not good.
Yikes.
But this was like a woman who was like, yep, I'm going down in this little weird crazy layer type of thing. Like,
I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense to me. No.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, I'm not advocating for it.
I know people are in, and I know people personally who are into weird stuff, and I won't yuck anybody's yum, but I will say anything that gets into violence or danger in that kind of way, like I don't.
Why do you want to go in a hole for?
No violence, no danger, no physically harming somebody or emotionally harming somebody or psychologically harming somebody. All of that seems not fun.
Yeah.
But you don't come to this show to hear my takes on intimacy. You come to hear my takes on weird fucking shit like this woman being this person's neighbor. OP says she seemed very toned down. I think years had got to her. She seemed nice on the outside, but who knows what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
OP wants to keep the myth alive. Well, it's not even a myth. She truly was on the wanted list. She only served 4 years for kidnapping someone and burying them alive. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that's that kind of shit. Yeah, no.
Ran from the feds. The victim survived, obviously. She wrote a book about it. Ran from the feds for over 2 months. Was released to be deported. And that's why she ended up in Honduras.
No. Yeah, fuck that. I would, yeah.
Her family were Austrian Jews who fled.
Remind me of like, you ever hear those tragic like frat boy stories where it's like, we buried this kid for like 5 minutes, but then we ended up killing him, and you're like,
that's like from VHS kind of shit.
Yeah.
They drove here. I have a description of the crime. It's fucking awful. They drove the victim to a remote pine standoff in South Berkeley Lake Road in Gwinnett County near Lawrenceville and buried her in a shallow trench inside a fiberglass reinforced box. The box was outfitted with an air pump, battery-powered lamp, water laced with sedatives, and food. 2 plastic pipes provided her with outside air. That's nuts.
That's literally that kind of story. That's like the frat boy kind of story.
And she had the flu while it was happening.
Like we're just whatever. We're testing you.
They made her retake her proof of life photo because she didn't smile for the first one. Can't imagine why. Buried and being kidnapped alive.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Can we end on a good one? Let's try.
Oh yeah, don't worry. That's just a weird one. That's a weird one. It's weird to find out that your neighbor was the first woman on the FBI's most wanted list. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, here's a pretty strange one. Something smashed through this is from What Is It? Which might be the first time What Is It has appeared on this segment. This came through my windshield. It is a welded. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't give a shit anymore. Damn it. I didn't read the post closely. So what I originally saw was a welded piece of iron that says 12326 almost killed Nick M. Better luck next time. And I then thought that was on the thing that came through this guy's windshield because he posted it like a week ago. So I was like, holy shit, you're not even this guy and this came through your windshield? No. This random piece of metal came through his windshield. Then separately, he had his friend weld the date onto it as like memory of this crazy incident. I'm not that interested in that one. Whatever.
It reminds me of a weird story of watching. Have you ever seen the movie The Descent?
Fuck no, that movie scares the shit out of me.
With the cave.
Yeah.
When they're like in the thing. Yeah. Okay.
And it's just a type
Anyway,
of horror.
at the end, well,
I know the whole movie. Believe me, I know the whole plot.
Well, at the end,
When she gets out, and then they,
and then they. So I was in like high school at the time, friends, just watching it like late night, and I feel like there's something at the end where she's driving a car,
and then they fake out, and they go back to.
They fake out, yeah, dude, the fake out.
Fuck that! I hate that shit, man.
But I said, pull to the face, like she just gets like killed right there, like whatever, the car in front of her, the truck in front of her, like just like bang. And so that's not what happens, but that's my rewrite.
And I think there's a sequel too, which is pretty bleak. Here's a good one. We're back to our paranormal. I think my cat is paranormal. Here's a picture of the cat. I will show the cat. Oh, wait. Oh. You kind of can see it. Yeah. There we go. There's the cat. Pretty normal. Yeah.
It's kind of got the same kind of blackout as the other pictures that we saw before.
The photo was not important to this post, but I thought I'd show everyone the star of the post. Little background info before the actual paranormal speculation. I got my girl 5 years ago. She's 9 now and the pride of my life. This is my girl Beatrix. We actually got 2 cats. We had only planned on getting one, but we fell in love with both. When adopting Beatrix, we were told a bit about her past. She has a history of seizures and certain allergies, but has been returned 4 times, each time within a month. We speculate that it's probably due to the seizures, but she has them very infrequently, and they're not difficult to deal with. Now with the actual speculation. Right after we got her, she immediately started roaming the house. She's a very curious kitty, and we love her for that. The layout of my house is as such. We have 2 floors. The basement is relatively unused, but we keep the cat litter boxes and food down there. In the upstairs, we have a large space with the kitchen, dining room, and the living room. Attached to the dining room is a large sliding glass door that leads out into our back porch. Then we have a long hallway with a few rooms attached. The bathroom, my room, my mom's office, and then a spare room. The interesting thing about that spare room is that I used to sleep in it. From ages 0 to 10, in 60 seconds, from ages 0 to 10, that was my bedroom. But I suffered from extreme night terrors, and I could never get a good night's rest in that room. So I moved into a different room, and the nightmares stopped immediately. Back to my cat. Beatrix explored the entire house, and I kind of followed her around while she did. She got to that spare room and immediately started hissing, and did not stop until I closed the door. Weird. Now, throughout these 5 years, she has refused to step foot in that room. My dog and other cats sometimes sleep in there, but Beatrix refuses. Odd, but whatever. About a month after having her,
just one cat.
One cat goes, fuck that room, and it has always said fuck that room. The same room that OP slept in and had night terrors in, and the night terrors stopped when OP stopped sleeping in that room. After about a month of having her, we noticed that every night she had the same routine. She'd go to the backsliding door and stare outside for about an hour every night. Then she would explore the whole house like she was a warden or something. Then come into my room and cuddle for the rest of the night. It's kind of creepy. I don't think that's creepy. I think that is like a cat that believes they are the alpha. That's a pretty normal cat behavior to me. At first, we assumed that maybe she was interested in going outside. She likes to sunbathe and sit by our bay window, so we trained her to use a harness and we took her outside. She hated it, so we shrugged it off. Next part is the weirdest part. It is a constant ongoing joke in my family that she is a portal jumper. There are many, many instances where I'll walk into the living room to grab something and I'll see her on her cat bed, and then I'll immediately walk back to my room and see her in my bed. This happens a lot. Or you'll walk into one room and see her and then walk into another room and she's there. Cats have a reputation of being sneaky, but not that sneaky.
Portal jumper.
Now, I want to remind this person that they did say that they got 2 cats. One time, she even managed to get outside without us noticing, but we're not sure how she does that. My mom and I were recently talking about all this, and I told her that I think that maybe Beatrix is genuinely paranormal or has some weird connection to the other side. And my mom agreed. We're both somewhat superstitious, and we have our handful of ghost stories and stuff, but we also try to be logical. All of this combined, plus the general consensus that cats are spiritual beings, has us very convinced. So that's the story. Any thoughts or opinions? Also open to the idea that she is Batman. Oh, dude, someone says your cat is guarding you. She might be the only one keeping something from getting out of that spare room. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I if there's anything that I believe from them is like I'm closer to believe that there's like a weird entity in that room than the portal jumping bullshit. I think
the portal jumping is them just saying this cat moves.
Yeah. But I mean, no, I don't know. I don't trust a cat.
I trust.
I wouldn't trust a cat to prove to me that there's a ghost in the room.
I would trust a cat if any animal went, well, I don't fuck with that room, I'd be like, okay. And if one animal went, hey, I don't fuck with that room, and the others just go, yeah, normal room, I'd go, I don't know if I fuck with that room either.
I don't know. I've had so I used to have a dog. My dad used to have a dog called Chorizo, which was a fucking essentially sausage. And this motherfucker barked at like random stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. I don't know.
Do you think Chorizo had a third eye?
I don't.
You don't. So. You don't think he was in touch?
No. I think it was just a dick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just like a I don't know. But maybe.
Thinking about my own cats, I would say that
she might have had the shining. She might have had the shining. I don't know.
Thinking about my own cats, I think Sunny definitely could see spirits. Cher can't. I just think that's
maybe that's it.
Maybe and that's probably why one is more on guard and the other is happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the case. Some people get to shine, there's some people don't.
I got one great post to bring us home. This is the best one. This is the best one of the bunch. This is why I knew we could do this segment today.
Okay.
Posted yesterday to r/strange. We've seen paranormal. We've seen weird. It's good to see some strange. Shirtless Men is the title of this post.
Okay.
So back in 2012 through 2015, it was summer or spring, and this takes place in Texas, south by the border of Mexico. And I had woken up randomly one night to the sound of men laughing, like 12 a.m., if not later. It's raining, but not hard. And I look out my window and I see on the street a sedan, like a Camry or something. And then I see 8 to 10 shirtless dudes pushing the car. I'm watching them the whole time until they pass my street and I couldn't see them anymore. Mind you, too, whole time I'm watching them, I can hear and feel my heartbeat like as if I saw a demon. My heart was beating hard as fuck. And all these years, I thought maybe it's just because I was a teen and it was shirtless, ripped men. But then I thought about it. All those men, #those men, all those men could not fit in that car unless sitting on each other's laps. But even then, I didn't see how. They get out of my view and my heart calms down. I go to sleep and I tell my parents and sister, but of course, they brush it off. Later that week, every time I would pass by where they were headed, I never once saw the car or anything similar and never saw any of those men outside. It may have been nothing, but why did that happen? I woke up, in my opinion, for that. Shirtless men.
How old is this person? I feel like they're young.
Hard to say. I think they are young. Now we can go through. There's not that many responses to this one, so we can actually go through each response and OP's reply.
I just feel like they're like, I don't know, maybe like 12 and having like a gay dream.
No, well,
whatever. Like I don't know, or like whatever. I don't know, or they saw guys outside.
So I think you're telling on yourself a little bit here, Steve, because I think OP is a woman based on what she has shared. Now,
yeah, fine, okay, not gay.
I mean, maybe could still be gay, but here's some of the shirtless ripped men in a Texas summer night when it's around 94 degrees Fahrenheit out. Just got you hot and bothered. And OP says, odd thing to say, but I guess. And it's like, yeah, I think that's what's happening here. Someone says, probably just dudes working on someone's car after the heat of the sun had died down a bit. Someone says, maybe look at pictures of shirtless men or have a drive by some garages and see if you get the same feeling. Driver called his buds to help get his car to the shop or the gas station. I see this in my mind's eye every night, but I'm too scared to go and help. What if they laugh at me and think I'm too skinny? OP says, right. You'll never know the answer to too many things that your mind needs an answer to. God protects us like that. Now, here's the post that I find the most interesting. Someone says, that's honestly unsettling as hell. The fact that your body was reacting like that, heart pounding, feeling like you saw something demonic, that makes me think there was definitely something off about the whole situation. Maybe it was just the weird timing and context that set off your fight or flight response. But 8 to 10 shirtless guys pushing a car at midnight in the rain, that's not normal behavior for anyone. And your instincts were probably picking up on that wrongness, even if you couldn't process it consciously.
It just feels like, it feels like I think you should leave sketch or something like that. Like it feels like it's so absurd and weird.
And it's like
if it actually were to be happening, you'd be like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing right now?
But it's also bizarre. It's OP's child logic, because OP goes like, I woke up for this, in my opinion. It's like, no, you woke up because of it. The sound of it woke you up, I think. But OP replies, you know what's crazy too? Something was telling me to go outside. Because again, teen and hot men. But I knew not to go because it was late as fuck. A school night. And the front door creaks. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think about it often, though. OP reveals that they felt something was compelling them to go out in the middle of the night in the rain to help these men with this car?
Yeah, but then they go mom and sister and shit. Like, that's what makes me go, oh, this is a young person. You know what I mean?
It's very strange. That is definitely...
That's where I go, oh, you're not just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, good lineup. I was glad we had some paranormal. We had some weird. We had some strange. We even had a what is it? Even though the what is it was the most disappointing, I think. The thing that almost killed Nick M. I was way more interested in something coming through a guy's windshield and it said, this is the thing that almost killed somebody else on a different date. And it's like, oh, fuck. So maybe that guy needs to go throw it through somebody's windshield now.
Like a little Final Destination-y.
It is totally Final Destination-y.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of all I got for this bonus episode. We did some weird. We did some strange. We talked about a bunch of crazy movies.
Yeah.
Shout out to Weekend at Bernie's at the Roxbury.
Yeah, I think it's worth. Yeah, it's at least worth an SNL sketch. At least one sketch.
Yeah, I mean, do we think Weekend?
You can bring back Catan. You can bring back Will Ferrell. Easy.
Do we think Weekend at Bernie's?
It's a gold mine, honestly.
Do we think Weekend at Bernie's? And maybe this doesn't need to be in the episode. Do we think Weekend at Bernie's at the Roxbury is the episode title?
Sure.
All right. That settles it. You've been listening to MOTORAMATHON, bonus episode 4, Weekend at Bernie's at the Roxbury. As always, for my co-host, Steve Autore, you can find him at Steve_Autore on Instagram. I am at Classic American Cool on Instagram, or you can follow Nice Hog at Nice Hogstagram. You can check out our movie at secretmenubeautypageant.com. You can check out our free newsletter at nicehog.substack.com. And you can check out a ton of stuff that we've been doing at nice-hog.com. Follow us on bluesky at nice-hog.com. And stay tuned. We're taking the festival circuit by storm. We got a bunch of great movies we're excited to share with y'all. We're busting our asses on some new projects. And, as always, thank you, Evan Burdett, for our amazing graphics. Especially that brand new sick cover art that you're all marveling at and super excited to see. And that's why you clicked on this episode. So we'll be back next week where we will be covering another minute of Motorama, a very bizarre movie that you didn't hear anything about this week. So if this was your first episode, you're fucking crazy. Go check out the rest of the podcast. We talk about a movie that we really like. Probably going to go, I don't know, it's late, but maybe I'll watch Hell's a Poppin' finally. We'll see.
What is love?
I didn't even have to ask for the sign off. That's the sign off. Baby, don't hurt me.
Baby, don't hurt me. Yeah.
Don't hurt me no more.